Hello everyone, this is Sam, and today I'm going to be talking about the 3 goals of the opening. Now, the first goal of the opening, so the first goal of when we start our game is to control the center. These squares right here are typically considered the center squares. And one of the things I see students do a lot is they'll start off their game by moving one of their pawns like this. Now, as you can see, this pawn is helping control this square, which is not the center. And so I don't like seeing this move from my students because they're not following the first rule of the opening. Now, when I see students play a move like pawn to e4, this is much better because, as you can see, this pawn is helping control the center. And then maybe black will develop his pawn to e5, also helping control the center. The next goal of the opening is to develop your pieces. And so your pieces are considered to be your knights and your bishops. And we also want to develop our queen and our rooks as well, but typically we want to get our knights and bishops out first. If our pieces aren't awake, if they're back here on the first rank sleeping, then we're never going to be able to capture the enemy's king. So we want to wake up our army and get ready to attack the king. And so what we want to do is we want to develop our knights. And so we'll take this knight and develop to f3. And maybe now we're attacking this pawn here on e5. And so black will want to develop his knight to c6, and then we'll develop our bishop. Maybe black will move his pawn to help protect this square and to make it so that his bishop can get out here, because before the pawn was blocking. And then white wants to wake up this knight. Now, another thing I see my students do a lot is I see them wake up their knight over to here to a3 or maybe to h3. I don't like seeing this move because this knight is controlling these squares. These squares are further away from the center. So what we'd rather see is when we wake up our pieces, we wake them up in a way that helps control the center. So you can see when I move my knight right here instead, I'm helping control the center. And so this is a much better move than a3. Maybe black will move now to bishop e6. I'll wake up this pawn so that this bishop can wake up now. And then he'll wake up his knight. I'll wake up my bishop. He'll wake up his bishop. And now we're to the third rule of the opening. We'll wake up our queens first. There we go. And the third rule of the opening is to protect your king. So we're controlling the center right here. We've developed our pieces. And now we want to protect our king. And so the way we typically protect our king is by castling. And so white will castle on the king's side, and now his king's protected, and his rooks are talking to each other. Typically, when our rooks are talking to each other, like this, when they can see each other, then we can consider ourselves to be fully developed and we can start our plan of attack. And so then black might castle queenside, and he's now fully developed as well. So as you can see, we're controlling the center, our pieces are awake, and our kings are protected. The 3 goals of the opening. And this will be a very nice game. Thanks for watching.